Now, Michael, Donald Trump has threatened a federal takeover of Washington, D.C. There was a DOGE employee who was assaulted. Two 15-year-old suspects were arrested in connection to the beating. Have a listen to Donald Trump threatening to take over Washington, D.C.
And either they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection, or we're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed to be run.
So, Michael, explain to Australians what this actually means and why it's kind of shocked people. What is behind this?
Well, I can understand why Australians living in a different country might not understand what Trump is talking about. It's less forgivable that the American media seem not to understand it either. Trump could not federalize Washington, D.C. in the sense that Washington, D.C. already belongs to the federal government. It's not a city like New York or L.A. or Chicago. It's the federal district. In fact, this is true going all the way back to the Constitution, which says that Congress, not the local residents, not the local mayor, Congress controls Washington, D.C. in all cases whatsoever. That's directly from the Constitution. So that's how D.C. was run for a very, very long time. The president got involved as well by appointing mayors and governors. That was all until 1973. Not a lot of great stuff came out of the 1970s. One of them was D.C. home rule. They allowed more local government in D.C. It's totally flopped. Not only was this DOGE employee attacked, but you had a Democrat member of Congress, Henry Cuellar, was about a year ago carjacked at gunpoint by Capitol Hill, right by the U.S. Capitol. And Naomi Biden, Joe Biden's granddaughter, was carjacked in a Secret Service vehicle in Georgetown, which is basically the richest part of D.C. So local government isn't working. That district belongs to the federal government, which is to say it belongs to the people. And we have the right to have a safe and prosperous national capital.
Now, Michael, the big story, of course, that the world is on tenterhooks about this week is who is winning the big war, the genes war. Is it Sweeney or is it Beyonce? You got to tell us. We're on tenterhooks, Michael.
Well, it was by far the most effective ad campaign of the last quarter century, I think. Sydney Sweeney did a great job with it. American Eagle did a great job with it. But I think the great beneficiaries are really all of us, because this ad campaign was highly calculated. You know, those American Eagle executives were in there crunching the numbers saying, look, woke is dead. And if we just present a normal ad, an ad that would have been considered, I don't know, kind of liberal in the 1990s, that is going to be enough in a culture that's gone so crazy with wokeness to send our stock price up 10% in one day, $200 million in market cap. It keeps going up and up and up. There have been a lot of signs, certainly starting last November when Trump won the popular vote. But I think this is the final nail in the coffin. Woke is dead for now, and we can finally move on.
Fantastic. But what will we talk about, Michael? I mean, I love your show, the Michael Knowles Show. You've got to listen to that. Australians have got to tune into that because it's fantastic. One of the things you've said and repeatedly said, Michael, is that we will never know more about Jeffrey Epstein than what we already know. Now, this week, we've had Bill and Hillary Clinton have been subpoenaed in a congressional committee investigating the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. So I've got to ask you, is this because maybe Bill can offer some, be there as a classified as an expert in, sexually abusing young women, for example? Maybe he can offer some tips that the committee aren't aware of. But give us your thoughts on the Clintons and Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, he certainly could offer tips, but if the entire world is waiting for Bill Clinton to tell the truth and to be forthright, I would say don't hold your breath. You're going to run out of oxygen pretty quickly. No, I think that we are not going to hear much more. This Epstein issue is one that clearly is frustrating the president because it's an issue that long predates him before he ever seriously got into politics, and it just keeps coming up. It involves many of the most famous and wealthy and powerful people in the world. But my take on this has always been either Epstein is exactly who the government says he is, in which case we've already learned everything we're going to learn, or he's what other people suspect he is, a super spy working with at least one, maybe multiple governments in a clandestine way, in which case you've heard everything you're going to hear. But at this point, given that there's been a lot of secrecy around the Epstein case for, 20 years at this point, I don't think we're going to get much more out of it. So we can keep poking and prodding, but thus far, the Epstein case has been pretty tight-lipped.
Okay, fantastic. And Michael, just finally before you go, I call this segment the American Renaissance because for me, Donald Trump winning has completely launched a whole new America. Now, we could spend an hour or two chatting about that. But just quickly, in kind of 30 seconds or so, tell me where we are now, 6 months into the Donald Trump presidency. In your opinion, how's it going? Is it better? Is it worse? Not what you expected? Better than you expected? Michael, your thoughts on the Trump renaissance?
Magnificent. It's already going much better than I expected. Trump promised a golden age. I thought that would be confined to America. We ended up with an American Pope. I mean, it's gone all the way to the Vatican. That's pretty good. Every time that the left or squishy people on the right say Trump's gone too far, he's screwing up, the bond market's failing, the global trade is going to collapse, we're getting into World War III with Iran. None of that has happened. Actually, everything Trump has done thus far has worked out extraordinarily well. I think he's earned a lot of grace and a lot of credibility, and I look forward to the next, not just 6 months, but to the next 3.5 years.
Absolutely, Michael, and I look forward to speaking to you again. So great to speak to you finally. And that's Michael Knowles there from The Michael Knowles Show on the Daily Wire website. You should go to that and check it out.